I'm just a guy who loves Disney that has way too much time on his hands. If anybody from Disney is watching,
please don't sue me.
Yeah. I'm here to rate, review, and describe all of your favorite things from the magical world of Disney.
I'm File91e and welcome to my Disney news and reviews.
Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Disney News and Reviews. I'm File91e and I know I'm a little early, or a lot early rather, but I'm going to be going down to Ocean City, Maryland for my 4th of July weekend, so I wouldn't be able to do a video down there, so I want to do one right now. Better early than never, right? I won't have a lot of news, and I'm not really, I might review one little thing, but I'm actually going to give you a top 20 of something, so I'll mention that later. But yeah, it's gonna be the 4th of July here. I'm going down to Ocean City. Might, shoot some footage and, but I'll bring it up here. I'll be going to the arcade, the boardwalk, maybe do some rides. Who knows, so we'll see. Yeah, thanks for everybody for being so understanding about the whole audio issue. On the last video, it just was, it kind of annoyed me. So I had to fix a lot of the audio. I know it was not perfect, but it is what it is. I did my best. So yeah, I think that's it. So anyway, let's get right to the news. In an appearance on BBC Breakfast this past week to discuss his latest film, Larry Crown, Tom Hanks may have prematurely spilled the beans on the development of a 4th installment in Pixar's Toy Story film franchise. Hanks told Tim Muffet, "I think there will be, yeah," when asked if there will be a Toy Story 4 for his granddaughter to see. "I think they're working on it now." He also replied, and Pixar responded simply, "We are not commenting." So that's gotten a lot of buzz over the internet this past week, going around, trying to. A lot of people, I'm sure, would like to see Toy Story 4 just because it could be a good movie. I personally think they should just end it with 3. It was a great ending, great way to end the the franchise. I don't want to see it going on the lines of Pirates 4 or Indy 4. Seems like any episode 4 is usually bad. I mean, come on, Star Wars. Not Star Wars Episode 4. Star Wars the 4th film, as in the Phantom Menace. Everybody hates that one. I mean, come on now. Let's let's be honest here. Every 4th movie has pretty much sucked. So we'll have to see. Except for Rocky 4, because I mean, I must break you. That's just awesome. Flynn Rider will be leaving the Tangled Play and Greet experience at the Magic Kingdom on July 3rd. The experience debuted on October 25th of last year, featuring both Rapunzel and Flynn in the Fairy Tale Garden, replacing the Storytime with Belle experience. Although Flynn Rider is leaving, good news for the Tangled fans is that more meet opportunities each day are being added to the schedule. And Flynn Rider will appear at at the Magic Kingdom's hard-ticketed events, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. A new schedule is being tested for the Hoop-De-Doo musical review from November 13th of this year through February 11th of next year. The show times will be 4 p.m., 6:15 p.m., and 8:30 p.m. Outside of these dates, the show will return to its existing schedule. The current show times for the Hoop-De-Doo musical review are 5 p.m., 7:15 p.m., and 9:30. So keep that in mind when you're going down to Disney World, and just some updates and some cool stuff there, especially with Toy Story 4. Who knows? It's a possibility. Check out the new Pixar trailer for Brave. That's the new Pixar movie featuring the first heroine for Pixar, so that should be pretty cool. I'm really excited about that. The trailer looked awesome. It was at the beginning of Cars 2, not at mine, but apparently that's where it is now. So so that's pretty cool. Okay, anyway, let's get right to the reviews. Okay, originally I was just going to do a top 20 of my favorite theme park songs or music tracks. But I realized it's the news and reviews. I have to review something, or at least let you know about something. So what I decided to do was I was actually going to review a CD from where I get a lot of my tracks. Now this CD I bought, I don't have the case because it's been used so much that the case actually kind of has disappeared. But I have one of the CDs. The CDs are already on my computer and my iPod. So I have this CD here. It's the Walt Disney World official album, Happiest Place on Earth CD. I got this back in 2006 when I went down for the first time in a long time with my father and my brothers. I got this at the World of Disney store, and I just, I picked it up thinking, that's pretty cool. I like some theme park music, and since I hadn't been to Disney World in a long time, I was kind of new to the whole experience. So it's gave me a chance to, listen and to enjoy the stuff that I'm going to be missing. So it's 2 CDs. It was released in 2005, and it has a lot of old and new Disney rides. I mean, it has Horizons, and the Horizons ended in the 90s, but it also has some new stuff, as in the under new management for the Tiki Room and whatnot. It has a lot of new, a lot of old, but what they were going for was a very retro feel, because they wanted to really kind of get everything in there. There have been 2 CDs since for the after this after this CD. This has been discontinued, and the thing is, I want to get them both. So I'll be hopefully purchasing them within the next few months whenever I get some extra cash. eBay is a blessing. Thanks very much. So I really enjoyed that CD. The track listing is it's actually down there. It's a Wikipedia link, so check the description box for the track listing on that. Now the first disc has a lot of Magic Kingdom tracks and a few Epcot tracks. Epcot is actually split into the 2 CDs. There's a lot of really cool Magic Kingdom tracks, stuff that I really hadn't experienced when I went down in 06 and what made me want to experience when I went down in 08. I didn't think that I would like this CD. When I bought it, I figured I would just get it for a novelty. But when I wound up, when I was listening to stuff in my car, I wound up more often than not putting this in my CD player. I had a CD player back then in my car, and we just, we loved it. Well, me and my brother did, because my brother pretty much goes everywhere with me. And I'm telling you, it was one of our favorite things to do. Is just go down the road listening to this Walt Disney World theme park stuff. And the second disc, it continues with Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and finally the Animal Kingdom. But obviously the Magic Kingdom takes up the majority of the songs, because, well, it has the best. So all in all, it's a great CD, a great buy. So if you ever see the Walt Disney World official albums down there, either one of them, any of them, pick it up. It's actually really cool. It's a great souvenir, and you might find yourself listening to a lot of stuff and wanting to go see attractions that are based or that you heard the songs from on this CD. So yeah, hopefully you understood that. So all in all, it's really cool. So what am I going to give the Walt Disney World official album, The Happiest Place on Earth CD? I'm definitely going to give it, for me, 5 stars. It's definitely one of those cool things to have. I definitely plan on getting the other Walt Disney World albums. They did a really good job with this one. I'm pretty sure they're going to do a really good job with the other ones. I want to look and try to get some past ones too, just because I think they'll be awesome, and it's adding to my theme park collection, because honestly, I love the theme park music a lot more than I love the movie music. And moving right along onto that, I'm going to be doing my top 20 theme park songs, or songs and music from the theme park, based on these or the CDs that I have and I've listened to. Now I have the Happiest Place on Earth, just like I said, that's a 2-disc set. I also got from a library, I don't have the actual big case, but it's the Musical History of Disneyland set, and there's a bunch of good stuff on that. That's 6 discs. It's awesome. I also have Spectro Magic. I have the Wishes. I have the Illuminations track. It's awesome, good stuff. I was excited to listen to it all, because the music plays such a pivotal part in everything with Disney, especially the movies, but also in the theme parks. I mean, there's always music in the background. You have to listen for it, but it's always in the background to try to get your mood into the land that you're there. If you're in Fantasyland, it's going to be kind of whimsical. If you're in Adventureland, it's going to be very adventurous. If you're in the Future World, it's going to be very sophisticated, and Tomorrowland for that matter. So music plays a big part in everything, and whether or not you listen to it, it's there. You know, so that's a really cool thing. Now, before I get to my top 20, I just want to say one other thing. There's a really cool app for the iPhone. I'm not sure if it's for the Android too. It's called Subsonic, Subsonic Radio. It's actually the best theme park audio and music thing that I've ever heard. It was actually recommended to me by a friend named Mike from Facebook. Thanks, Mike, for giving me this. And he said you should check this out. It's really, really cool. Now, Subsonic is really cool because it's non-stop theme park music. I mean, it has like requests, background. There's a Soarin' app, a channel that you can pick. There's a bunch of different types of channels that are really cool. It's just background music, music from the rides and whatnot. It's excellent stuff. I mean, it takes you through the whole thing. So check that out. Subsonic Radio for your iPhone or Android, I guess. I'm not sure if it's for the Android. So anyway, let's get right to File91e's top 20 theme park music and songs. Alright, now the first song, or a bit of music that I want to say, this is number 20, is the Bear Band Serenade from the Country Bear Jamboree at the Magic Kingdom. This was off my Happiest Celebration on Earth CD, and whenever my brother and I listened to this while going down the highway, we kept shaking the car because I'm sitting there driving and we're sitting there doing like this and everything. We're going crazy. And it's really funny to watch people pass by and look at you. And when we went back down in 08, we actually did that in the theater, and everybody around us was looking at us. They kind of shifted away. We just have a good time with it. It's one of my favorites. It's country bluegrass music. It doesn't really matter to me what it is. It's fun to do that, and it's always good. It's a sentimental favorite, so that's why it's in my top 20. Number 19 is the Monorail song. That's from my musical history of Disneyland, and it's so retro, but it's so good. You got the monorail horn right in the beginning, and then you got the xylophone and the violins and all that. It's very old Disney, very cool. Very retro, and I do have to say it's one of my favorite tunes to listen to whenever it pops up on my iPod. I gotta listen to it just because it's so cool, so old. It's just very cool, very retro, awesome stuff. Number 18 is Hooray for Hollywood. That's pretty much played during the entranceway to the Disney's Hollywood Studios, get you in the movie mood. It's really cool. It's one of those just old-timey songs, kind of like a ragtime sort of thing. Hollywood, Hollywood, that sort of thing. Very cool. It's just one of my all-time favorites. I listen to it every time it pops up on the iPod. So, Hooray for Hollywood, awesome stuff. Number 17, and it's a lot of times you would see this on everybody's top 5. It's one of the older songs from the Disney World. It's Small World. The reason why it's 17 is because it gets annoying after a while. Considering you sit through 15 minutes of it through the whole ride, and both the Happiest Celebration on Earth and the History of Disneyland have this on their CDs. It's classic, all-time, classic for Disney, but it can get a little bit annoying after about the second verse, and then the third verse, fourth verse, fifth verse, sixth verse, seventh language. Doesn't matter. It gets a little bit annoying, but still, Small World deserves a spot on my list. Number 16 is Grim Grinning Ghosts. That's from obviously the Haunted Mansion. It's the tune that the stone heads sing during the graveyard scene, and it's just an awesome song. It's one of my brother's favorite, if not his ultimate favorite Disney song. We listen to it every time we're in the car, and the cover by the Bare Naked Ladies was awesome. But the Grim Grinning Ghost song, one of my all-time favorites, especially the hurry back part at the end. That's excellent. Be sure to bring your death certificate. Just good stuff. That's just all-time classic good stuff. Number 15. We're getting to the top 15 here. Number 15 is Feed the Birds. This is from the musical history of Disneyland, and can be heard just in different parts of Disneyland, especially on Main Street. It's usually like a background song, but it's Feed the Birds, and it's done on a piano, and it's just so, I want to say dark. I mean, you wouldn't think that song is very dark, but it's just soft and soothing, and it was actually Walt Disney's favorite song from the movie Mary Poppins, and wound up being one of his favorite songs ever. from all of his Disney movies. And this one in particular, just no words, just it's a piano and a violin. Excellent stuff. It's very, very cool. Number 14, Star Tours. Obviously they recently redid Star Tours, so I'm interested in hearing if they did any updates to the actual music. The Star Tours theme is great. You know, it's a lot of Star Wars mixed in, but they did some custom stuff, you know, for the you know, the interplanetary space flight and whatnot, and the fact that you're in, you know, this. But you can't go wrong with John Williams. I mean, come on now. Any of the Star Wars scores were excellent. So you know, this one was, you know, was no doubt awesome. You know, obviously John Williams didn't do the newer stuff, especially just, you know, just for the Star Tours ride, but you know, they did John Williams justice with this, so it's excellent stuff. Star Tours. Number 13 is the Test Track medley. Same sort of thing as the Country Bear Jamboree, you know, the Bear Band Serenade. Me and my brother traveling down, you know, the road, just bobbing our heads up and down. It's just good memories, and the fact that he hasn't even been on Test Track yet, which is going to be the first thing that we get on when we go to Epcot, you know, just so he can finally experience going on Test Track. But it's just, you know, it's a sentimental favorite. It's really cool, a good beat, going for it. Excellent stuff, especially for, you know, for Test Track. I remember listening to it while waiting in line, you know, for it, and it just sounded great, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Excellent stuff. Test Track medley. Number 11 is the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular. The reason why this didn't crack top 10 is because I can listen to this anytime I want to, because it's, you know, I have the Indiana Jones soundtracks. But I love the ride, or the attraction rather. I love the show, and the fact that they have this medley of all the awesome Indiana Jones tracks from Raiders really makes this, you know, one of my top favorites. And plus, you know, whenever you hear Indiana Jones, the Indiana Jones March, it's just awesome, and you know, it's great. And but they did a really good job of weaving all the songs in and out, and they're all the popular ones, and I can pick them out, you know, during the movie, and I can pick them out during the show. So that's why Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular is number 11. So number 10 is the Epcot Entrance Medley. A lot of you guys have heard this, especially in the beginnings of my shows. It's the one where it starts with the epic violin, the really fast violin. You're probably listening to it now because I'm playing it all right there for you. It's just excellent. It's an excellent track, and it's a good medley mix of all these different things. You're going through you know, all the different lands in this medley, and it's a fun track. Excellent. As soon as I listened to it, I had no clue what it was. I was like, what's the Epcot Entrance Medley? But it was just one of those things that I had to listen to, and me and my brother, even, you know, both went, that's a really cool song. So the Epcot Entrance Medley, number 10. Number 9 is something that you hear every single time you click onto one of my videos. If it's not a bonus video, that is. It's the Alexander's Ragtime Band song. I put this as number 9. It had to crack the top 10 because, hey, it's File91e's theme, right? And this one is from, I can't remember who the person that did this one was. I think it was Alex something. Anyway, this is a redone version of a very popular song. It's obviously done on the piano, and I don't know why I picked this one for my theme. I just liked it. I thought it was cool, and if you actually listen to the whole thing, it picks up right at the end. Very awesome stuff. I love old ragtime music, so this one was one of my favorites, especially listening during the a Musical History of Disneyland, which is where this was from, Disc 1. Check that out. Number 8. There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow. I could say There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow / the Progress Land / the Carousel of Progress theme that would cover both the Happiest Celebration on Earth disc and the Musical History of Disneyland disc that I have. Basically anything that has to do with the Carousel of Progress. It's excellent. I love all the music in there, but this one song, Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow, is one of the things that I hum whenever I'm having a bad day, or whenever I feel down and depressed. I realize there is tomorrow. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow. Who knows what the tide will bring. Awesome stuff. One of my all-time favorite rides, and one of my all-time favorite songs in all of Disney World. Number 7 It's A Pirate's Life for Me from the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Pretty much the entire score for that whole ride is awesome, but this one song in particular, you're humming it right after getting off that ride, and it's an awesome song. I mean, everybody wants to be a pirate, and this honestly is the national anthem for pirates everywhere. I don't care what Hans Zimmer has scored or what you heard from the from the movies. Even Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow hummed this tune because this is the tune that's pretty much started it all. I honestly think if this music wasn't in Pirates of the Caribbean, it wouldn't be as memorable, because you like I said before, you leave humming this this song. So excellent stuff. Yo ho, A Pirate's Life for Me from Pirates of the Caribbean. Alright guys, we're almost to the top 5, but this is number 6. It's the Welcome Medley. No, it's actually track number 3 on the Happiest Celebration on Earth. This is one of the first tracks that both my brother and I came to love. And honestly, I have to do this just for my brother's sake. Him and I are the only ones that understand what this is. So just give me 1 second to prepare. In Pixie Dust! Okay, thank you very much. Only he will understand that and understand why that's funny. But I did it for you. Thank you, Nate. Anyway, this track is awesome. It's basically what when you're walking into the Magic Kingdom, early, and there's a lot of dancers, a lot of street stuff going on, and they're humming and singing all these songs, and you can actually see it on YouTube where they sing, Main Street USA, and with Clang 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 with the Charlie and that all stuff. It's just they did a really good job of mixing it all, and it's a great medley. And you've actually heard this at the beginning of a lot of my videos. It's the one that has the Tinkerbell sound, whatever that is, whatever the Tinkerbell sound is. But it's one of my all-time favorite tracks, from Disney, and it's just great. It's an awesome track. All right. Now, I'm sure you guys probably didn't think that there would be an Animal Kingdom song in my top 5. But there is. It's the Tree of Life theme. This was actually the first song that I really truly loved while listening to the Happiest Celebration on Earth, the CD. That's disc 2. I don't know what it was. I mean, I'm not really into that type of music, but for whatever reason, it calms me down. Every time I'm angry and I just listen to this, I can listen to it over and over and over. It calms me down. It's got the drums and the like the little flute there, and the humming and the awesome rhythms and harmonies. It's just, for whatever reason, I love it. It's called the Tree of Life theme from this thing. So if you want to listen to it, it's right in the background now. But I don't know why. I just love it. It's one of my all-time favorites. So it cracked top 5. So it must be good for me, at least for me. Now these 4 can be interchangeable depending on my mood. So we'll see. Number 4 is Spectromagic. The Spectromagic theme, the entire 16-minute Spectromagic parade soundtrack. This song, this parade individually made File91e, really. When I went down in 2006, it was a really, really rough day. I was puking. I didn't like the plane travel. I was tired, hungry, sick all at the same time. But I was going to go to the Magic Kingdom. We went to the Magic Kingdom after resting for a little bit. It was around 4 or 5 o'clock. We went on a couple rides. Well, while we were going through Frontierland, while trying to get to, I think, to Splash Mountain or whatever else, we got stuck because a parade was going on. I was angry because I didn't care about watching a parade. I'm glad that the parade stopped me. We were sitting there right in front of Splash Mountain, just chilling out, and I was videotaping this parade going on. I had no clue what it was, but I couldn't see much, but all I could really listen to was the music. And as it got darker, I could see the lights and everything, and I could listen to the music, and the music, for whatever reason, stuck with me the entire trip and on the way home. So right before we went home, I went and got the CD, and while listening to it, it kept transporting me back to that one moment when we were on the bridge, right in front of Splash Mountain, and we were just chilling there, and it was like a time where I was truly happy. I was with my family. We were all, we were chilling out. It was a cool breeze going through. It was just a nice evening. And everything kind of aligned to that one thing that made me go, I like this. This is where I'm happy. And every time I go to Disney World, I try to recreate that feeling. It's hard to do because it just happened. And you can't recreate something that just happens. It was the Disney magic really honestly hitting me. So whenever you hear people say there's Disney magic, there is Disney magic. There is something when you're down there. If you just let go, you'll have a really good time, and it's just it's amazing. So that's why the Spectro Magic Parade theme is at number 4, because it's one of the times that makes me most happiest. Number 3 is Soarin'. I mean, this is a very powerful, epic score, and it's one of my all-time favorites. I could listen to this song over and over and over and over again. It's very powerful, and again, it's very soothing. It was another time where when I first went on Soarin', I just was completely in awe by everything, by it all, and I wanted to listen to this just to try to get me back to that time again when I was with my brother, and we just chilled out and had a great time. Soarin' theme, excellent. Now, this is 2 things. You got the Remember Dreams Come True parade from Disneyland, and Wishes from Walt Disney World. Those are essentially they're 2 same things. They're just kind of different because Disneyland is different than Disney World, obviously, so it's a little bit different, but it's essentially the same tune, and it's awesome. That's another one of those things where it transports me back to Disney World. It lets me kind of close my eyes and turn on this music, and just transports me back there, just for a little bit, to get me through the day, and it gets me through, if I'm going through some bad stuff, it just kind of puts me back into a better mood, and gets me going. So the Remember Dreams Come True / Wishes, excellent stuff. That's why I have to see the Wishes fireworks show and Spectro Magic, one right after the other, because it's just good stuff for me. And finally, number 1, my top Disney song ever is Reflections of Earth, the Illuminations Reflections of Earth theme from Epcot. I love this track. This is awesome. I mean, the whole show of Illuminations is the best to me. I'll never forget, it was a long day at Epcot. Our knees were hurting, especially my brother's knees. We were chilling out, and we had heard of Illuminations, but I figured, no, okay, it's 9 o'clock now. We'll see it. We have to wait for our bus, whatever. Let's just, let's just watch it. It can't be that good, right? Well, it turns out to be my favorite fireworks show at Epcot, and it was 99% because of the music. The music in this is awesome. You're listening to it right now, probably until the end of it. It's just a mix of, just this. It's like orchestra and just drums, and it's a lot of stuff going on, and then the big crescendo right in the middle, and then right at the end, awesome. And if you mix it with the fireworks and the sound and the smells and everything, it's unreal. The Illuminations Reflections of Earth theme, I listen to all the time. It's been actually on a couple of my playlists where it really didn't fit, but I listen to it just because it's epic. It's an epic theme. It's an epic theme, and there is really nothing bad about it. So that's why the Illuminations Reflections of Earth from Epcot is my number 1 Disney theme park song, because it's an epic theme that, again, takes me back to a better time. And what more can you want from a Disney theme? So I have 4 songs that I can listen to transport me back to Disney World, amongst all these 20 that I'll catch glimpses from it, but those top 4 really do it for me, and it's awesome. It's an awesome feeling, to get that. So so there you go. File91e's top 20 Disney theme park themes. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This probably long video. I tried to keep it, nice and neat. I didn't want to ramble on too much, but I wanted to give you some explanations on my reasoning for the top 20. And again, this is just right now. I mean, when I get these other CDs and listen to these new songs, there'll be a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff switching around. So you never know. I might do these once a year now, or once every 2 years, depending on how many different theme park CDs I get. Again, check out the Subsonic Radio if you want to listen to Disney theme park music for free. Again, it's all free. Check that out, for your Android or your iPhone. Oh yeah, one other thing. If anybody from Disney is watching, don't sue me, please. That would be awesome. If we could not do that, excellent. Good stuff. Now to everybody else out there, go to allears.net, touringplans.com, wdwmagic.com for all your latest and greatest Disney news. WaltDisneyWorld.com is good too, straight from the horse's mouth stuff. I mean, come on guys. It's awesome. 4th of July. To everybody that celebrates the 4th of July, happy Treason Day. And I will see you all next week for another Disney news and reviews. Sorry it was early this week, but I'm going to OC. I want to go chill on the beach and hopefully get a tan. See you guys.